team here at Pakenham, absolutely outstanding team. They are terrific people. It is a real team effort over many generations that have got us to this stage. And it's no wonder that in the recent Country Racing Awards that Pakenham was announced as the Country Racing Club of the Year.
We had 12 months to not only achieve a change in the planning scheme, but to get two Houses of Parliament to agree to a rezoning in the Green Wedge. Some of the biggest difficulties in achieving this were very extensive levels of public consultation, very extensive letter drops. The Pakenham Racing Club and the racecourse redevelopment was only part of the greater development of the southeastern corridor of Melbourne. The old racecourse will become one of the most important transit-oriented developments in metropolitan Melbourne.
This particular party who's contracted to purchase the site is a little bit rare on the basis that they were prepared to pay or deal in a cash transaction. That allows the development of the racing club down at Narnagoon, Tynong into what will be a world-class facility.
Very good. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm standing in the middle of the Pakenham Racing Club's latest land acquisition. This $2.8 million 1 hectare site will be the home of the relocated Pakenham Sports Club venue. It's the intention of the Pakenham Racing Club to build a $10 million state-of-the-art gaming and hospitality venue right here in the middle of one of the fastest growing communities in Victoria. Having now acquired the land, the club now turns its attention to the planning permit and community consultation process, which is now working its way through. It's expected that we'll conclude that process towards the latter end of 2013 and then be in a position to commence and consider the construction of this wonderful facility. It's the culmination of many years of hard work, and it's the mainstay of our gaming expansion plans. It underpins our future financial security, and it'll provide the club with much needed capital funding for its development at the new racecourse in Tynong. The club is just truly excited about the potential of this particular vision.
You may not believe it, in 2015 this is going to be the new winning post for the Pakenham Race Club. It's a huge operation. $60 million is going to be spent between the two townships of Tynong and Narnagoon. And this is going to be where the state-of-the-art racing facility is going to be. A 2,400 metre track. Here's the winning post. It's going to be 30 metres in width. It's going to be one of the great new developments of racing in Victoria, maybe even Australia.
I'm advised that it's over 40 years since we've built a new racetrack in Victoria. And to have a facility like this built is just such a significant investment for Victorian racing. And this is not just a racetrack. It's going to be an outstanding racing facility of the highest quality anywhere in the world. We're going to have a 2,400 metre turf track. 2,400 metre turf track. Imagine that. That is going to be the best racetrack anywhere in the world in terms of opportunities for horses to do their best. It's going to have a high quality sand training track. It's going to have modern grandstands and patrons facilities. It's going to be an absolutely outstanding state-of-the-art racing and training centre with great facilities for patrons. It's going to have 16 trainer allotments, so there's opportunities for trainers to come here and invest in the future of this area. It's about a $60 million investment, and when you think about that, that is the biggest investment in racing infrastructure for many, many decades in this state. And I think it will serve the state for many years to come. In terms of this region, it will be an outstanding investment in jobs and the local economy. We can see that there's jobs going to be built here just in the building process, let alone the ongoing jobs in the training and the support of training and horses here and the racing side, as well as the commercial side that will spring up from it. This is a significant development in terms of racing and training. It is a vital development in terms of jobs and economic growth in this region, and the people who are here today will come back when we're having our first training session in the early 2014, our first races at late 2014, early 2015, and we'll come back 10 and 20 years' time, and we'll be able to proudly say that we were here on the day the first sod was turned on this magnificent investment into Pakenham Racing Club and into facilities for Victorian racing and for this region. We'll do it properly. Yeah.
You see, now I can. Well done.
Like digging potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it. Hey!
It's a red letter day for racing because it's a huge $60 million investment into a new racetrack and training facilities that we really need in Victoria. But more importantly, it's a huge boost for the economy of Victoria and jobs in this local region.
I just want to say, as a matter of principle, I'm very, very supportive, as my board are, of this initiative by the Pakenham Racing Club.
It's such a big assignment, and there's going to be a lot of pitfalls along the way. It's going to need a lot of support. RVL are quite right firmly behind this.
Absolutely. I mean, for this club to reinvest their funds back into racing is an example to every other club in Victoria. I think it's superb. The Racing Victoria board are very strongly in support.
This is just a great opportunity. We're an enormous supporter of Pakenham. We've been an enormous supporter of this project. It's just another way to get racing into the country. People can have what we call a great day out, and I just look forward to the spring of 2014 seeing horses, people and the colour of racing here.
Credit to the Pakenham Racing Club. They identified early on that attracting trainers here was important, and they went through quite a difficult process to get the land rezoned to enable smaller lots and allow trainers to have a home on that lot. They can actually live here and have their training at the same time. So that should be very attractive to trainers. I hope so. And it is part of the business plan for Pakenham Racing Club and deals with the overflow of trainers both from Cranbourne and potentially from the city training tracks.
You've got two plans. The first plan, which has already been costed and you're going to have it paid for yourself without any financial support, is for the 2,400 metre track to be up and running, the 2 sand training tracks, the whole box and dice with a fantastic tunnel and a great facility for trainers to access. And then stage 2, which is obviously where you're going to rely on RVL, country racing and the government to come in to the proposal for a synthetic track, a state-of-the-art synthetic track.
We cap a budget at 60 million for stage 1. The 6 million that you need for a synthetic track, while strategically it's absolutely critical to the ongoing success and development of this facility, we just don't have the capital to be able to fund that at this particular point in time. So it's a stage 2 infrastructure project, and we continue to talk to RVL and the government.
Where do you see the government lending their support down track? Because no doubt, as all these things, they do too run over. Where do you see the government taking a role in a funding situation?
Well, the Pakenham Racing Club is generating the funding for stage 1 from the sale of their old racetrack in the centre of Pakenham. We are working with Pakenham Racing Club, with Racing Victoria and Country Racing Victoria about how the government can assist with perhaps stages 2 and 3, because there are further investments required, and we're working out with the racing industry which is the best and most strategic way the government can assist to grow this opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Victorian racing and for Pakenham Racing Club, and we want to get it absolutely right.
So there is an opportunity here at Pakenham to build a synthetic track right from the beginning with all the necessary starts. We're evaluating that now. We've got a couple more meetings to go through. Won't happen in the first year, but as phase 2, we'd be very strongly supportive of a good synthetic track, a large synthetic track with all the right starts here at Pakenham. Be outstanding.
With the synthetic track, it's a 2,000 metre world-class design, and I think it's the combination of the two in tandem at this particular facility that really sets itself apart from anything around the world. The viewers can get on the website, they can have a look at the combination of grass track and synthetic track at Kranji in Singapore, you can have a look at it at Sha Tin, and you can have a look at it at Meydan in Dubai. And we hold those sort of venues up as the world-class benchmark for these sorts of combinations. And I think you'll see from our design compared to their designs that ours is truly superior to all 3 of those particular combinations. And You know, the club's very, very proud about it, and the great thing for the Victorian racing industry is that that is going to be a wonderful legacy for the industry over the next 10, 20, 30 years. There is no better internationally, and we're very excited about the combination of the two together.